Let's get rocking and rolling. So a little housekeeping before we get started with our Move It Monday. Just remember that this video is intended for informational purposes only, not to be in place of a doctor or professional's advice treatment. I am a certified personal trainer, but I am not a physician or a physical therapist. Please always take the advice from your physician prior to starting any physical activity. If you do feel any pain or discomfort during this video workout, please stop immediately and if necessary, seek the advice of your healthcare professional. I, Chelsea Brackenridge, as well as the Snow Valley Senior Center, shall not be held responsible for any injuries or issues that may occur during this video workout. So please use at your own risk. Have a lot of fun. Grab a little water and your chair as we move on through some balance stuff and some leg stuff. So I'm going to start some tunes and we'll get rocking and rolling. All right. So we're just going to start with that nice leg march, pulling our tummy in, shoulders back and down, posture super tall, toe tap forward. Toe tap behind, pull it back. Turn it out to the side. Toe tap forward, big reach to the front, stretching through those shoulders. And behind, pull it back. We're going to bring those elbows a little higher, squeeze those shoulder blades together, and reach it up, pull it down. Back to the front, and down low. Turn it out to the side. If you got the room, let's move it forward. 4, 3, 2, and take it back. One more time, move it forward. And take it back. March it out. Take it out wide and back in. Take it out wide and back in. One more time, take it out wide and back in. Knee lifts, lifting it up. Tummy staying tight, posture's tall. Let's add the opposite arm reach, high knee march. A little bit of balance training here. Remember, your knee is only going up as high as what feels good to you. Move it forward. 4, 3, 2, take it back. One more time, big march, reach it. And take it back. Knees out wide, keeping the arms down for now, opening through those hips. Good, back to the front, lift those knees up. Now give me 2 lifts. Lift, 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 lift. A little bit of a balance challenge here. There you go. Now do the same thing out wide. Lift, 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 lift. Opening through that hip. Woo! Give me 2 more. Other side. And march it out. Good work. Take it wide. And back in. Wide. And back in. One more time. Take it out wide. And back in. Heels to the front. Heel. Heel. Digging it in. Adding in those bicep curls. Big squeeze. Both arms together. Pull it up. Curl it out wide. Back to the front, single curls. Now doubles. Curl it out wide. Push it to the ceiling, big push. Listening to those shoulders. And toe tap back, pull it back. Elbows high, squeeze the shoulders. Reach it up and pull it down. Back to the front. And down low. Turn it out to the side. forward. And take it back. Knee lifts, doubles. Lift, lift. Good. Now out wide, doubles. Wide. Good. One more. And march it out. Take it wide and back in. Take it out wide and back in. One more time. Take it out wide and back in. Toe tap forward, nice and low. All right, great time to grab a little bit of water if you want to. As we begin to move on, we're gonna do a little side to side step. And up and over. 2 steps, 2 steps. Good. Side to side, step, big arms. We're gonna zigzag forward. 4, 3, 2, zigzag back. One more time forward, zig, zag, and take it back. Good. Pull it into the sides on purpose. Across the body, bow and arrow arms. You can either keep the head forward or challenge yourself by looking side to side. Reach it up high, stretch through that shoulder. And back to those bow and arrows. And pull it in. Pull, pull. Move it forward. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, take it back. Big squeeze on those biceps. Good. Big arms. Here we go for those doubles. Up and over. Up and over. Up and over. Good. 2 more. Last one. Now keep that double step. 2 steps, leg curl. 2 steps, leg curl. 2 steps, curl. Good. Now we're going to add a little bit. Roll the arms, pull it back. Roll the arms, pull it back. Good. Step, step, curl. Step, step, curl. Okay, you want to make this a little harder. Instead of a side step, it's going to be a grapevine. So it's step behind, step, curl. Step behind, step, curl. Step behind, step, curl. Or you can continue to do that side to side step. Good. Give me 2 more. Side to side, big arms. 2 steps, high knee. Here we go. 2 steps, lift it up. 2 steps, lift it up. Okay, now we're going to add some arms. So we're going to be here and out, here and out. Lift, lift. Then we're going to pick it up, in, out. Or you can just do the legs. I know I'm challenging your coordination this morning. We got it. 2 more. Back to that, side to side step. Two steps and a kick. Here we go. 2 steps, big kick. 2 steps, big kick. Maybe reaching for that toe. Kick. Feeling that little pull in your hamstring. Dynamic stretches. Good. Add in that roll if you want. Roll, kick, reach. Roll, kick, reach. Give me 2 more. Last one, side to side, big arms. Zigzag forward. 4, 3, 2, take it back. One more time, zigzag forward. And take it back. Great work. Go ahead and march it out. Grab some water. We're going to pick our heart rate up just a little bit more before we bring it down and move on to our balance. Keeping that belly in. We're going to reach up and over, long body. to the front. Stretch through that shoulder. Cross body, turn and reach. Turn those hips, make sure your feet are also moving. Reach down to the floor. Back up to the top, big reach, up and over. Good, lead with the shoulder, loosey-goosey arms. There we go, swing it around. Now push away, cross body push. With the heel of the hand, you're engaged. And push it to the floor, push it down. These can be small or a little bigger. Good, punches to the ceiling, single, single, double. We're gonna use those legs to push. Double, good. Single, single, double. One more time, single, single, double to the front. Big punch, single, single, double. Single, single, double. Two more, single, single, double. Last time, single, single, double, leg curl, pull it back, single, single, double. Belly tight, single, single. Make sure you're breathing. Two more, single, single, double. Last one. Same thing with our front kicks. Single, single, double. Tummy tight, breathing. Double. Two more, single, single, double. Last time. Good, heels high to the front, singles. Stretching out that inner thigh. Heels behind, try to keep those arms up, it's gonna get your heart rate going. Good, break the stick on the knee, so break it, using those arms. Good, tummy is tight. Four, three, two, modified jumping jacks. Two arms, one leg. Make sure to breathe. 8 more, here we go. 8, 4, 3, 2, and march it out. Good. Take it out wide, and back in. Heart should be pumping a little bit more, right? And back out, and back in. One more time, take it out wide, staying here, toe, push, shift that weight side to side. And we're gonna turn those hips. Nice loose arms. Back to that toe push, side to side. I'm gonna make that a little smaller as we begin to rock into those hips. And push it all the way over to one side, feeling a little stretch right here. And then slowly adding the arm, changing that stretch as it grows up the side. And back to the middle, other side, good. Push with just the hip, holding here for a second. Then slowly add that arm. And back to the middle. Hands in that back pocket. Slight push forward as you lean back. Make sure you do not go too far and to breathe. Back to the middle. Hinge at the hips, flat spine. Coming back up. Big circles around one way and the other. Good, let's take 2 deep breaths in and out. One more time, breathe it in and out. Okay, we're gonna work on a little bit of balance. We're gonna be moving forward and backward in our space. I'm gonna be taking 6 steps. If you only have room for 4, that's okay. We just wanna make sure they're nice and even on both sides, okay? So, we're gonna start with a heel to toe walk. So, posture's tall, chest is up, shoulders are back, belly is in. I'm gonna walk heel to toe as if I'm on a tightrope. Okay, nice and slow. Let's try for 6 steps or at least a nice even number, okay? Tall in my posture, Head is forward to start. So we got heel to toe, for 4, 3, 2, 1. And you're gonna stop, and this is what's called tandem stance, one in front of the other. Okay, let's walk it backwards, same thing. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay here and relax. Okay, so you can repeat that again, or if you want more of a challenge, you're gonna look side to side with each step. Doesn't matter which foot and which way you look, okay? Again, check that posture, chest up, shoulders back, walk it forward. Here we go for 6, 5, step and look, step and look. 2 more, step and look, last one, and stop. You should be looking to the side in tandem stance. Take it backwards, step and look, step and look, step and look. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Okay. We're going to be moving forward, hip distance apart. We're going to do 2 heels, 2 tiptoes. Heel, heel, toe, toe. Heel, heel, toe, toe. Nice and slow, same posture. Let's give it a shot. Here we go. So we got heel, heel, tiptoe, tiptoe. Heel, heel, tiptoe, tiptoe. One more. Heel, heel, tiptoe, tiptoe, and relax. Okay, let's try it backwards. Small steps. Go slow. Heel, heel, tiptoe, tiptoe. Heel, heel, tiptoe, tiptoe. Heel, heel, tiptoe, tiptoe, and relax. Okay, very good. The next one is about ankle flexibility. So we're gonna go heel, toe, calf raise. So we're gonna be kind of doing this with our foot, okay? So I call this the moonwalk because you kind of have that like lift and glide, okay? So it's a heel, toe, calf raise. Heel, toe, calf raise. Heel, toe, calf raise. Heel, toe, calf raise. Okay? And then we're going to turn around because I can't figure out how to do that one backwards. Same motion as we go back. Here we go. Heel, toe, lift. Heel, toe, lift. Heel, toe, calf raise, heel, toe, calf raise, and relax. It's kind of a fun one to do, and it really helps with the flexibility of the foot and the ankle. Okay, let's work with some up and overs. So, pretending we have an obstacle that we need to step over, okay? Posture is tall, both feet go over. We'll step up and over. Again, up and over. Let's go back. Up and over, hip flexibility, balance, up and over, okay? If we want to make that harder, this time, hands above the head. Again, if your shoulders hurt, they can be up here. Ready? Here we go. Up and over. Up and over, and then we'll go back. Here we go. Up, over, up, and over, and relax. Okay, we'll do the same thing going forward. We always want our feet to go side by side again. So I'm gonna step and then the other foot's gonna step to meet it, and then we're gonna switch feet. Nice tall posture, here we go. So we're gonna go up and over, other foot comes to meet it, switch feet, up and over, other foot comes to meet it. Okay, perfect, let's go backwards. Still tall, up and over together, switch feet, up and over together. Want to make it harder? This round, arms are up, or you can do it the same. Here we go. Up and over, and together. Switch, up and over, and together. Take it back. Up and over, together, and switch. Up and over, together, and relax. Good work. Okay, option to grab that chair, or a wall, or a countertop. We're going to be doing some one-legged balance. So we're going to have our chair, or our preferred thing to balance on, to the side of us. Outside leg lifts up off the floor. Now, if you don't want to have the chair and want to challenge your balance without it, at least it's there, or your wall is there. But the leg that you are balancing on, lift out the one that's farthest from what you're hanging onto. Okay, now if you begin to fall, just put your foot down. We don't want to do any crazy movements. Okay, we're going to point that toe to the front, and we're going to do a little tapping on the floor as we circle it out to the side. Belly button stays forward, and tap it behind us, keeping that belly button forward. Now tap it back around to the front. One more time. Belly button and hips stay forward. Tap, 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 tap. It goes behind, and then we bring it around again. And bring it in, shake it out. Good. Let's switch legs. Try it on the other side. So first getting just used to being on the one leg. Chair's here if you need it. Think about that really tall posture, being pulled up to the ceiling, belly in and tight. Now point that toe to the front. Start that little tap. Hips and belly button stay forward as we tap to the side and around to the back. And then tap around to the side and back to the front. Good, one more time. Out and around, behind, out and around, back to the front. And bring it in and relax. Very nice, okay. Ankle sways, so you can come behind your chair if you want to. Feet are hip distance apart. Nice and tall. I'm going to really think about keeping my body in alignment, but my ankles are going to allow me to shift forward. So I can feel more pressure or weight in my toes as I'm slightly shifted, but I'm not bent over, I'm not pushing anything. I'm just letting my weight sway. These are called ankle sways, okay? Now come back to the middle, and we're going to do the same thing backwards. So right before those toes want to lift up off the floor, ears over shoulders, we're in that good alignment. Now come back, we're going to go over to one side. Without the hip going out, everything's still staying in the straight line. And let's go to the other side. And back to the front. Okay, so big circles. So we're going to go forward, side, back, side. Only at those ankles. Forward, side, back, side. Small circles. Feeling that weight shift, right? Side of the foot, toe, side of the foot, heel. Do one more. Good, now let's go the other direction. Around. Small circles. Excellent. And relax. Let's come to the side of your chair. We're again hanging onto the wall. We're going to circle one ankle around one way and then change direction. And point flex, point flex, point flex, point it down, shake it no. Now draw a figure 8 with that toe. And the other way. And scoop it under like you are creating a hook or the letter J. Great, let's switch sides. Nice and tall, belly in still, circling that ankle around one way and the other. And point flex, point flex, point flex, point it down, shake it no. Draw that figure 8 with the toe and the other way. And scoops, or that J hook. One more and relax. Very nice. Grab a little bit of water if you need to. We're going to do all of our legs in one set and then we'll do our arm exercises. So we are going to start with a sit to stand. A little adjustment here. Okay. So we got 3 options for our sit to stands. Okay. I'm forward in my chair, really tall in my posture. Heel directly underneath my knee. I can either stand up all the way, squeezing at the top, controlled sit back down. I can stand up halfway, or I can drive through those heels and squeeze those butt cheeks together without actually leaving the chair. So it depends on how you're feeling today, how your body feels. We don't want any pain, and we're going nice and slow. We're gonna do 10 of each of these with our arms across our chest. So nice and tall, drive through those heels, picking one of those options. Here we go. Breathe out, squeeze, breathe in, controlled sit. Try not to plop back down in your chair as much as possible. You're trying to control it. The weight stays behind you. Back side of the body is in charge of this movement. Okay, if this doesn't feel good, just have them in close. Okay, so if this hurts your shoulder or anything funny, drive through those heels, squeeze at the top, push the pelvis back, keeping the chest high. I like to think about having a beverage strapped to my chest, and we don't want to spill it. So keeping that chest upright, opposed to here where it would spill out, will help to keep that really tall posture and really push that pelvis back. Your chair's still there, I promise. One more time. Up, squeeze, down, and relax. Okay, so one more seated exercise for all of us. We're gonna do a leg extension. So we're working the quad muscles. Still in the same super tall posture. So anytime we do, anytime we do anything seated, you're forward, in your chair, super tall. Okay, this one can be hard on those hip flexors a little bit, so just do what you can. Belly in, chest proud, shoulders back. We're gonna slightly hover up off the floor, extend that leg out, squeeze the thigh, and bring it back in and hover. Nice slow pace, up and squeeze, down and hover. Check your posture, super tall. Hard to stay tall in this, I know. You can even have your hands here kind of pushing you up out of your chair if that feels better for you. We want to think about moving through water or peanut butter, or pretending we have ankle weight on. Now, if you have ankle weights and you want to throw them on real quick, totally up to you. But we can feel this contraction without any added resistance by just really thinking about a squeeze at the top and back down. Check your posture, still staying tall. And you're gonna breathe out on the way up and in on the way down. We've got 3 more, slow and controlled. Up and squeeze, down and hover. Breathing out and in. This is a great low impact way to build those muscles around the knee. Last one. Let it down and shake it out. Okay. Repositioning, getting your posture back up where we want it. Chest up, shoulders back, belly in. Let's do that other leg. Hover and up and squeeze, down and hover. Breathing out and in. Now, if you're having trouble going straight out from your hip like I am, it's okay to have it be at a lower angle, like if we're down here. But I'm still looking to get this quad to squeeze just as tight as I possibly can. Or almost a little pause at the top as you squeeze it and bring it back down. Check your posture. Are we still tall in our chair? 1, 2, 3, squeeze, down, 2, 3, hover. Breathing out and in. Good, slow and controlled. We got 3 more. The slower you go, the better contraction you have. Push through. We don't want pain. The burn is fine. We want the burn. Burn is good. Stay tall in that posture. You've got 1 more set here. Up and squeeze, down and hover and shake it out. Very good. All right. Maybe shake out those hips. All right. Option to stay seated if you would like. We're going to work our hamstrings next. So we're going to dig that toe into the floor, pulling back, really squeeze in the back of that leg. Or you can stand up with me and kick your foot behind. So two options, seated or standing. And it might be different for each leg. So if you need to do one leg seated and one leg standing, that's fine too. Tall posture, if we're standing knee is soft, we're gonna kick that leg way back. So keep this knee as far from this one as possible. As we curl the foot up, we squeeze our hamstring. We're looking for a bit of a cramping sensation. Ready? Here we go. Up and squeeze, down and tap. If we are seated, we're digging that toe into the floor while maintaining that super tall posture. Make sure if you're standing, your standing knee is not locked out. It has a little bit of a bend, and your moving knee is as far back as you can push it. If it's up here with the other one, your quad wants to take over because it's a big, strong muscle, and our hamstring is not as strong, and so it wants to help us cheat. So isolate that hamstring by pushing the knee back. A little bit of that Charlie horse type feeling happening right here. That's normal. And make sure to breathe. Up and squeeze, down and tap. You got two more. Dig that toe in if you're seated. Last one. Up and squeeze, down and tap. Bring it in, bend the knees, roll it out. Great. Let's switch legs. So same option, either seated, digging the toe in, standing, kicking the foot back. Tall posture in both, standing knee soft, kick it back. Here we go. Up and squeeze, down and tap. Breathe it out and in. Good. Stay nice and tall. Keep your knees soft. Got three more. Up and squeeze, down and tap. Stay tall, belly tight. Last one. Awesome. Bring it in, bend the knees, roll it out. Very good. Okay, adductor lift. So, side of the hip. If we are seated, we're going to be super tall. Belly button stays forward. We're going to hover right up off the ground. We're going to open out to the side. Squeeze that hip, bring it back in. Your ankle stays directly under the knee. If we're standing, we're going to come to the side of our chair. Toe stays forward or maybe even slightly pigeon-toed. So I lead with the ankle and lift out to the side. Now this is not about how high up you can get it. It's about, again, that tight squeeze just like we did with the last two exercises. A little pause at the top almost, squeezing that hip without changing the posture. Ready? Here we go. Up and squeeze, down and tap. Super important in this standing position to know where your toe is facing. We don't want it to face over here because it does change which muscle activates, okay? So keep that toe forward, lead with the ankle bone, standing knee is soft. And we're trying not to lean over, up and squeeze, down and hover. Good. Keep that belly in tight. Or we are opening out to the side if we are seated, all of us working the same muscle around that hip. You've got three more. If you're standing, you're feeling it in that other leg, your stabilizer on that standing support. Two more. Stay tall. Breathe out. Breathe in. Last one. Up and squeeze. Down and relax. Shake it out. All right, so let's go to the other side. Remember, if we're seated, ankle underneath the knee, opening out, standing, toe stays forward. Here we go. Up and squeeze, down and hover. Breathing out, squeeze it here. Pay attention to that toe. It's staying forward or even slightly pigeon-toed. breathing. Standing knees staying soft, so blood flow, oxygen is getting to those muscles. Got 2 more. Up and squeeze, down and hover. Last one. Breathe it out and in. Bend the knees, roll it out. Great. Okay, last exercise for our legs is going to be a calf raise. So if we are seated, we want to give ourselves a little bit more resistance by pressing on the thighs. So you can either be here or here. Make sure you don't press on your knees, but on the thighs themselves, so that when you lift up, you're pushing down and creating a little resistance. Now, if you're standing, you get plenty of resistance by gravity and your body weight. So we're going to come behind that chair, feet hip distance apart. I want you to think straight up. Naturally, our body kind of wants to go forward and up, but if you think straight up, it does make sure that your calf is what's working more so than your ankle. Please use something to balance here so that we are strength training and not working balance at this moment. Nice and tall, up and squeeze, back, down, flat. Think straight up, calf muscles. Almost, if we think about which muscle is working, sometimes that helps too, that it's not so much about our ankles or our feet, but it is that calf muscle. And back down flat, make sure we're not rocking backwards. Again, slow and controlled. Up and squeeze, down, back, flat. Breathe out and in. We've got 4 left. Two more. Stay tall, belly in. Last one, we're going to hold it at the top. Come up, hold it here for just a few seconds. Hold, hold, hold. And then go down slow. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Alrighty. Moving on to arms. So again, you can stay seated or stand. If you have some hand weights at home that you want to pick up and have and do these exercises with, that's fine. I do have it designed that if you don't have anything at home, that you're going to get the workout just as good, okay? So we're going to do an overhead press. Now, if you do have weights, you're going to keep your palms facing your head. If not, we're going to bring our palms to the ceiling and our fingers back. Like we have a tray of drinks that we're going to push up to the ceiling, keeping those elbows in close. So let's talk about our stance before we get started. Feet are hip distance apart, knees are soft. We have that little tuck in our pelvis. Belly button's pulled in, ready to get poked, punched, or tickled at any time. Shoulders are back and down, and ears are over the shoulders. So we have this beautiful foundation so that nothing moves while we try to do our arm exercises, okay? So, fingers back, elbows in, and we're gonna push up, breathe out, and breathe in, bring it down. Good, keep those elbows close. Now, if your wrist begins to hurt by having the fingers facing back, that's okay. Don't make it go so far back, okay? And if we have weights, you're just keeping those palms facing in, and your belly is tight, right? Breathe out. Now, if you need to look slightly up, that's fine. If you're starting to feel tension on your neck when you go up, just look slightly up. That'll help. Use that breath. Good. Breathe out. Slow and controlled. Again, we're always thinking about pushing through water or peanut butter. Slowing our motion down, making those muscles work both directions. We've got 2 more. You're doing great. Breathe out. And in. One more time. Big push. Let it down. And relax. Maybe roll out the wrists if you need to. All right, we're gonna work on our biceps. So if you have weights, we're gonna keep them low and we're gonna curl up and back down, nice and slow, okay? Squeezing that bicep. If you do not have weights, we're gonna bring the pad of our hand together, palms forward, elbows together, and we're gonna lift it up even or above with that shoulder, okay? We're gonna press them together and extend out. Ready? Here we go. So we're gonna breathe out and breathe in. So we're all working the biceps. A little bit different for if you have weights. Belly is in tight, relaxing the neck. Press the pads of the hands and the elbow together. So my palms are facing my face. And I'm pressing the side of the pad of my hands and my elbows together. Keeping the elbows lifted. You're gonna feel it on that outer delt as well as the biceps. Breathe out, breathe in. Good, we got 3 more. Slow and controlled, keeping that belly tight. Last one. And let it down, roll it out. Very good. Okay, the next one we're gonna do is called a butterfly press. So you're gonna come into a goal post position as much as possible. Now, if we have pain in the shoulder and need to have that elbow a little lower, that's okay. Ideally, we are working towards getting this 90-degree angle. Okay, we're gonna squeeze to the front, we're gonna squeeze our chest together. And then when we open back out, we're gonna squeeze those shoulder blades together, okay? So we're working front of the chest and those traps in the back. We wanna lead with the elbow, okay? So set up that stance. Breathe out as you squeeze. Breathe in and squeeze behind. Good. Squeeze the chest and squeeze the shoulders. Again, we're thinking about that water or peanut butter that we're pressing through, and we're maintaining that 90-degree angle with our elbow and shoulder the whole time so that I don't end up like this. Okay, keep that 90, squeeze the shoulder blades. Good, you got 5 left. Breathe out, squeeze. Breathe in, breathe out, squeeze. Keep the posture the same, slow and controlled. Forget about those shoulders, we got 2 more. Woo, yeah, feeling that fire now. Even without any weights, we can really get those muscles fired up. 1 more time. Squeeze the chest and squeeze the shoulders and bring it down and relax. So what makes that a little bit harder too than actually doing it like on the machine at the gym is because you have to hold yourself in that position, where the machine has like a handle that you can hang onto and you just push, where this you have to keep yourself up, especially if you have weights. So I'm more about free weights than gym work because I feel like you can get better workout with them. Just my opinion. All right, triceps. We're gonna do both hands together. So feet are hip distance apart. We're gonna do a little bit of a hinge. So option to be seated. If you're seated, you're gonna hinge a little bit more. Standing, little hinge here, okay? We're gonna pull those elbows back and we're gonna start right here at the side of our hips, okay? So my shoulders are squeezed together, my chest is proud, and I am going to push behind me, squeeze those triceps, and bring it back to the side of the hip, okay? Head is up, but it is also still looking kind of 45-degree angle. So we don't want to be down here, but we also don't want to be looking up here. So keep it just neutral. Hinge at those hips so you're slightly forward. Your shoulder blades should be squeezed together pretty much the entire time. Again, we're thinking about pushing through that water or peanut butter. Same position if you're seated, just a little bit more of a hinge so that you don't hit your chair. Breathe out, breathe in. We are squeezing the back side of that arm, your triceps. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Keep the belly tight. You've got 3 left. Breathe out. Breathe in. Slow and controlled. Again, that little pause at the top. We got 1 more time. Here we go. Let it down. Roll it out. Great. All right, go ahead and set your weights to the side, and we are going to stretch it out. So you can sit or stand for your stretches. But we're going to take 2 really big deep breaths in. Breathing in, spread your wings. And breathe out. Big sigh. 1 more time. Breathe it in. And breathe it out. Good. We are going to put our hands in the small of the back and shift our shoulders back and down. So before, in our warm-up, we pushed our hips forward. Now I want you to push your chest forward and lift your chin. So you're feeling that stretch to the front side of the chest, the shoulders, and the neck. Now, if this is too much for you, you can just have your hands behind you and just stick that chest proud. So if having them here hurts at all, don't do it. Okay, bring it down and relax. Lace those fingers to the front, creating like a half circle. Palms are facing in. You're gonna arch the upper back and bring your chin to your chest. So now we're stretching the opposite between those shoulder blades, that upper neck. And let that down and relax. Great. Let's roll the shoulders forward and back. All right. Press the shoulders down. Drop one arm, comes across, pull it in. Keep that shoulder down away from the ear. And you are going to look over that shoulder at the same time. And look back to the front, let that arm down. Other side, shoulder down, arm across, looking over that shoulder. Really try to keep the shoulder down away from the ears as much as possible. And if the look adds too much strain to your stretch, you don't have to do that part. And looking back to the front, let that arm down. Maybe roll out the shoulders one more time. And back. Okay. Using our chair, okay, standing option for a heel cord stretch, we're going to have both feet flat on the ground. One knee bends as I shift forward. I'm going to feel that in the back of my like Achilles tendon, okay? Option for seated, you're going to do a point, hold for 3 or 4 seconds, and then a flex. As far as you can flex and point that toe. And just hold for a few seconds in each position. Good. Slowly step that together and switch feet. Same thing, heels are down, knee is bent. If we are seated, we are working on that point, hold, and flex. Hold. Posture still tall. And step it together. All right, go ahead and have a seat with me. We're gonna finish stretching out our legs. We're gonna stick one leg out in front, heel down, toe up, tall in my posture as I hinge forward as if I'm being pulled by my chest. Weight is on my thigh, not on my knee, and I'm gonna pull that toe in just as far as I can. So the straighter you keep your back, the better you can get this stretch to go all the way from your ankle to your butt cheek. Make sure you're breathing through all of these. All right, let's go ahead and slowly switch that out. Same thing, heel down, toe up, tall posture, hinge at the hips. Flat spine, Pull that toe in. Hand on the thigh, not pushing on the knee. And relax. All right, let's stretch out that inner thigh. So we're gonna have one leg forward, one leg out, heel down, toe up, hinging forward and turning away from that long leg. Toe is still to the ceiling. We're thinking about stretching right here. So you may have to turn a little bit more, hinge a little bit more. Again, weight is on the thigh, not on the knee. And I'm keeping my back as straight as possible. And relax. Good, let's switch over to that other leg. Heel down, toe up. Hinge and turn. Now let's say we can't quite get in this position. We're gonna bring that knee in and pull over so that we can still get that inner thigh to stretch without having it. So say if we're in a chair where we just can't get that leg out, that's okay. We can still stretch that inner thigh with that other option. All right, let's stretch out those quads. So we're gonna turn sideways. Your leg that's furthest from the back of the chair is gonna go down. Knee hovers above the floor. Or we can stand and grab. Or if your knee doesn't get into that position, we can just do a little bit of a back release here, okay? Nice and tall. Maybe into that hip flexor a little bit. So if you can't quite feel it and you need a little more, you can always lean back just a little. Still keeping tall posture, but just a little lean back. All right, let's go ahead and switch over to the other side. Same thing, knee down, tall posture. Or you can stand up and grab that foot. Option for that slight lean back. Good, and come back to the front with me. Let's bring both heels out into the front as we circle around one way with those ankles and the other. And bring them underneath, both hands on one thigh as we gently twist, looking behind. And unwinding to the front, slow twist over to the other side. And back to the front. So let's get our wrists a little bit as we circle around one way and the other. And wiggle out those fingers. Maybe do some fist flings like you're flinging the water off of your fingertips. Maybe cool yourself down, give yourself a splash, and give yourself a big breath in and out, hands together, and round of applause. You guys did amazing. Thank you for joining me for another Move It Monday. We'll see you next time.